Hello and welcome back to the human resource machine.
To the machine.
The machine. Small divide is next. Small divide. Remember last time when I told you you didn't need to divide? Well, now you get to. Okay.
You want to read?
For each two things in the inbox, how many times does the second fully fit into the first? Don't worry about negative numbers, divide by zero or remainders. Okay, so we want to know how many times it fits. Okay, we have a zero. So we do the same division loop, only this time we start with initialization that's like sunrise, right? So this is sunrise. Then we'll have our loop.
Or a baldy head with four hairs.
Yeah, sleeping in this
up.
bed, right? This is a bed. There's a bald guy who kind of gets excited about it.
He is coming up because he just lost something on the ground. Then he comes up with his head.
And well, clearly the end is when the aliens come to get us. So this is an alien spaceship.
No.
This is not an alien spaceship. Okay.
You know
What-
the normal UFO. This is
UFO?
like a...
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
And there people... Yeah. Yes. Looks like...
All right. Let's make it bigger.
Oh, cool.
This is such an UFO.
It's
Okay.
more like a pancake.
This is the end. Okay. So
This looks like a face.
somehow we'll have a loop counter. Let's call it L for loop counter. Jump. If it's negative, we cannot divide, so we jump down to that. And the loop counter, we bump the loop counter every time we do the division successfully. So somehow here we bump the loop counter, and we have a setup where we copy the loop counter, start with the loop counter of 0. And that's kind of everything that I've got so far. I don't know. And somehow, and in between the rest trivial, I'm off to do something else. We'll just finish it. Okay, so actually, we need to divide something too, right?
Okay, we have the 7. We have to divide by 2. It's like 3 times. And then
Yes.
that's 1.
Still subtraction though, yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to get the 7. And that'll be important.
It's an initial.
It's initialization, yeah.
Get from the inbox, place it, copy to... Is it after the copy from though?
The whole inbox thing, yeah, could be, but it doesn't matter too much.
Copy to L.
No, the L is our loop variable. We'll count the loop there.
Okay. So, let's mark it with L.
And that's like the first number, right?
Should we say first number?
Actually, I want to go with A. Because for division, like, we divide A by B, right?
Yes.
This is an A. Okay, let me try paint the pretty A. This is the A. And this is B.
we have copied it to the 1 now.
Alright, yeah. We should change that.
Okay. Take the thing in the inbox, put it in A. Then take the thing in the inbox and put it to B.
Yeah. Back. Yeah, alright.
And copy
Copy
to B.
Okay, and there we are. We should initialize A divided by B.
Oh, well, we can take the A like this. Copy to A. He has an A in hand, and then you copy to B.
Right.
Okay, now you have a value in A, B, and A divided by B. Now you start dividing by subtracting B from A.
Yeah, so that's inside the loop though.
Okay, then now you have...
Oh, I made a mistake. It's actually, I think we said that this is here, right? We always jump before the label.
Okay.
Yeah. So, my mistake.
So you have B in hand, and then you subtract it.
We don't know what we have in hand right now. Actually, we have L in hand. We have a 0 in hand at this point. Because that's what we last did. We copied the 0 and put it into L.
Okay.
So we would have a 0 in hand. Line 7, so if we enter line 8 we have a 0 in hand. But it doesn't matter, just copy what you want to have in hand. Copy from.
And copy from.
No, that's the initialization, just... yeah, there. This is where the loop starts.
So copy not from L, but from B, subtract from A. And we know it's not... Well, we know it's positive.
Do we?
Well, for the first item, yes. For the first items.
Okay.
We know it's positive, so subtract again.
No, but that we handle that in the loop, right? That's what the loop is for. Subtracting again. Yeah.
So if it's a 0, is that in a loop?
If it's negative, we exit the loop.
If negative.
What? No, I already put it there. It's already in there. It's in line 10. It says if it's negative.
If it's negative.
You want to clean everything and start over? Did I?
No. It's already late. I'm just.
Alright. Actually, good point. I should
So
start
jump
with-
if negative. Do we have to do something in the loop now? Because we are looping, and he has 0.
So I would say that
Not.
Well, we're incrementally kind of seeing if we can subtract something more, right?
Yes.
So we have to see if that is possible. So we want to have actually that in hand, the next number, right? So
Also copy from A to
yeah,
divided by 3 inside the loop though.
well, how do you yeah? So how would that work now? Do you want to see? Do you want to step through it? Okay, so we put the 7 in there. Okay, grab the 2. So what we want to do is divide 7 by 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now we want to divide 7 by 2, and we have a 7 in A divided by B, and we have a 7 in A. So we should not grab B, right? If we want to divide 7 by 2.
Okay, what should we grab then?
I would say Well, so we need to divide 7 by 2 means subtracting 2 as often as we can.
Yes.
So we subtract from the 7 the 2,
Yes.
and that leaves us with 5, and we need to like remember the 5 for the next loop. So we put the 5 in a divided by b, and next time when we come here we have to divide like 5 by 2. So we take the 5, subtract the 2, that leaves us with 3, and we put that back in there. Right.
So you want to subtract 2 from
7. And I would go with the a divided by b 7, with this 7.
So b from a divided by 3 by b.
Yeah.
Subtract not from a, but from this one.
No, subtract, no. From is what we have in hand, so you need to get this number in your hand.
You want to subtract the 7 from the 7?
No, I want to subtract the 2 from the 7. So you need to get the 7 in hand first.
Okay, like this.
Yeah.
Get the 7.
And then subtract the 2.
Subtract the 2.
Yeah. Now next time we come around though, we want to take the 5 in hand. And now a will always contain 7. So instead of grabbing the 7 from a, we grab it from a divided by b. Because we store... Yeah. And after we did the subtraction, we store the result. Right?
After the subtraction.
Yeah, we store the result that we have in hand now. In a divided by b. Yeah.
Up to. Like this?
Yeah. And it's poorly named. Let's call this a minus L times b. Like that. Right. And if we have something negative in hand, we're done, and if we don't, we bump L. Seven divided by 3, so that should be 2, right? The result should be 2 of 7 divided by 3.
That's the number you want to put in the outbox.
That would be the number we want to put in it, but we have not written that section yet.
That's 2.
So that's our loop variable, and then the actual result. Okay. Okay, copy from A1, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Copy 2, right? Out of that one, okay. And if you look at what she's actually doing, she's doing the same thing we did for modulo. Okay, now she gets the next numbers, we did not write the output section, we have to do that. So we can just stop it. And for the output,
Maybe you take the...
should I take it? So I copy from L and put that into the outbox. I wonder if it works for 0 though. Right? Yeah. Okay. So it did the same thing. And that's something we could have optimized. But I'm pretty sure I have a feeling what could be optimized, and that's always this initial statement of the loop, so kind of fiddle with the initialization. Tree sword. That's
no, 27.
Oh no, it's a 3 sword. It's not a tree sword. Let's do that last, because that's like the new... A 3 sword. Tree sword is something that you kind of learn when you learn informatics. It's how to sort a tree, but this is a 3 sword. This is completely different. Yes, we rank all our employees here, from worst performing all the way up to best performing. What? Where do you rank? Let's give it some thought while we complete this assignment. For each 3 things in the inbox, send them to the outbox in order smallest to largest. Okay. So you kind of have to switch.
For each 3 things in the inbox, it's 951. Send them to the outbox in order from the smallest to the largest, which would be 159.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they start us off with putting things into 1, 0, 1, 2. So
Do
like...
I get something for us? Do you want to keep it?
Oh, sure, why not?
Okay, let's run it.
Well, it just puts the numbers there, right?
Yes, but just
Okay.
well, you have to remember maybe some of us
Some of us too
don't really
program for a living.
yes, and maybe some viewers don't know what this does.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to think about us too.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, there you go. This is what the code does. Now it's
And they're
fixed.
unhappy with it. I don't want to screen this because I got a sore
No, you
throat.
don't. Not enough stuff in the outbox. Management expected a total of 12 items, not 0, you moron.
Exactly. That's what she says. Okay. So you have to compare them, and if they... So the thing is, you kind of sort them on the ground here. And then you take them from here and put them to the outbox. And you always need to compare the two and switch them if they're in the wrong order. And you need to do this for every... You need to do this in a way so it fits for every combination.
So you have to subtract until so that you have to find a way to see if it's smaller or bigger.
Yeah, you kind of... If you think about the 2, right? So the index 2, that is. Yeah.
What do you want to just
Well,
write?
let me write something. Let me write a 1 here, right?
Okay.
And let me write an 8 here. And let me write a 4 here. So if you compare them, you kind of start on one end, just compare the 8 and the 1. Now these two have to switch, right? So you have to switch them here if you want to sort from biggest to smallest or something. Alright, and now like you have to compare the 1 and the 4 to see if they have to switch, and they have to switch 4 and 1. And the final thing you have to do is compare the 4 and the 8 and see if they have to switch. And if you do the combination, you see they don't have to switch, so you leave them like they are. Yeah, and you could do that for any numbers, and they will always end in that position. And I think from the smallest to largest, so you would then pick the 1, the 4, and the 8, and that would actually always be true. You would always pick the most left one if you sorted them that way. So then the output would be like static again. So this is the static initialization. The comparison is actually also static. You don't even loop anything here. You do the comparison and and you switch if needed, right? And you will need one extra variable for switching. So you start off by comparing position 2 versus position 1. And then you compare position 1, doesn't matter. 1 versus 0, because you shift this over and then you... Actually, this might break for some values. And now I'm not sure. Does this break for some? Yeah, we'll see.
Now compare 1 versus 2, right? At the end.
Yeah, and then 2 versus 1 again.
Again? Okay.
Yeah, you run this one twice, but you need to run it at the end. Because the first thing you do, they either switch or they don't. If they don't switch, it's getting late.
Yeah, if they don't switch, the 2 is bigger than the 0.
Yeah.
Then we know that. Then we have to compare if 1 or 2 is bigger.
Yeah, you have to think about like this as 1, the small. You have the smallest number in 2, right?
Yeah.
So you need two comparisons to get it all the way to the left. And then you don't know in which order like the 1 and the 2 are now.
Yeah.
So you need to do another comparison for these 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if...
I understand now.
Yeah, okay. No, and it actually, I think this works like that. Mm-hmm. And
okay.
Sorting is like its own thing. There are a lot of sorting algorithms out there. And also interesting myths. That's the sun. Yeah.
Sort of.
That's the sun.
That's the sun. This is the loop, right?
We don't need a loop.
We don't need a loop. No loop.
No loop. Minus infinity.
Okay.
Well, you don't need to know that there is no loop, right?
At the end we have...
And the end you copy it, so we'll have an end where you copy it to the output.
What was the end?
You copy the smallest to the output. That's an UFO. Yeah, that's a UFO. I recognize it. This is a UFO. This is how you draw a UFO. And now it's a UFO with ears. It's a monkey with 4 eyes, so we know it's an alien.
There you go. Okay, at the end we put it to the outpost, that's easy.
Yeah, 3 times actually.
Oh, everything, but how does he know which one to?
He copies it first from the floor.
Copy the smallest.
Yeah.
Put it to the outbox and copy from the second one and put it to the outbox. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we just have to get this one. How to compare though? Is it subtraction?
It's definitely subtraction.
Okay.
So the easiest case is if you do nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If 2 is bigger than 1, you do nothing.
Yeah.
So you just pick up 2, subtract 1, and only if it's negative you do something.
Okay, at the
Oh,
end.
actually do this, yeah, if you do this the other way round,
Yeah.
if you pick up 2 and subtract, no, sorry, if you pick up 1 and subtract 2, then you do something if it's negative. If negative, you do something. No, wait. No, if it's negative, you jump to the next one, and if it's positive, you do something.
After line 6, you have the value of 2 in your hand.
The value of address 2, yeah, you have it in your hand. Yeah.
Okay, now you want to subtract 1 from 2?
You could do that, yeah.
Because we already have 2 in hand.
Oh,
If
sure.
the value of 2, so if we subtract that from 1, and it's...
You will have to change what you have in hand if you do it the other way. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one more step, right?
could be. It could make things easier later if you do it in a different order. And I think you can order the inbox statements.
Well, what?
Like you could do this. Now you have one in hand.
Okay, you want to subtract one, okay.
Yeah, and I want to subtract a different number from one, from index 1.
Subtract?
Yeah.
2.
2, yeah, sure. And put the statement at 2v1, but because this is now already, yeah.
Like this. So, if 2 is bigger, you get a negative number.
So if it's negative, we're done. We don't have to switch.
If it's negative,
we're done with this comparison, so we can switch to the next statement
like
down
this.
here. Yeah. I don't know. You're right. You're right. I think the nomenclature was to jump above the thing.
Okay. And now, but if it's positive,
Yeah.
then 2 is smaller.
Yeah.
Then you have to switch.
We have to switch. Which means like it's an exercise in copying, right? You pick it up, put it someplace else, pick the other one up, put it at the point. So like for example, you could have pick up 2, put it at 7, pick up 1, put it to 2, pick up 7, put it to 1. You need to introduce another temporary variable.
You mean another, like put it to 3 or something?
Yeah, sure.
Copy 2, like this.
Yeah, but pick up the number first, maybe.
But we have one number in hand.
But it's a subtracted number. We have information in hand. We don't have any of the original numbers in hand.
So copy from then. If it's bigger, you copy from this one.
Yeah, sure.
Copy to 3. And
So what you...
and switch and copy from 1 to 2.
Yes.
1, copy to 2. So now you switch the value in 1 to 2 and you put the value in 3 to 1.
Yeah.
That's switching.
Yes.
Copy from. Come on.
Alright.
Don't leave me, brain.
Um,
Oh, no, you copy from 2 to 2. Now you copy to 1.
yeah, right.
Whew. Now you go.
Now I go. Okay. So jump if negative. If that was negative, we actually skip all of it. We don't switch anything. Okay. So next one. We will pick up. We pick up the number 0. Subtract number 1. If that is negative, we jump. If it's not negative, we copy from 1, place that into 3, copy from 0, place that into 1, copy from 3, place that into, I don't know, 0 maybe? So now I saved whatever was in 1. A. B. C. And this is T, like temporary. Okay, we copy B to temporary. We copy A to B. We copy T to A. Yeah, B to temp. A to B, temp to A. Okay. And let me double check here. C to temp, temp to B, B to C. Yeah. We did it. Okay, now the final comparison is actually the first comparison again. Can we copy a section? Because this is not copy-paste. It's literally copy-paste. Okay.
Can you right-click maybe?
I have not tried a right-click
You
yet.
cannot mark. No, you can't.
Okay.
What's this though?
Drag
U-turn.
to learn more. Oh, jump if negative. Ah. Okay, so that's just an exercise in drag and drop. So we have to start. Copy from. We copy this one. We subtract C. If it's negative, we're done. If it's not negative, we switch. We copy from C, store the value in temp. Then we copy from B, overwrite what C was previously. And then we get the value that we just saved. Wait. No, this is confusing to me. Then we get the value that we just saved and write it to B, copy to That's the comparison.
That's a comparison to V1 again.
Yeah.
So put the 2V1 ahead of this.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Front.
In front of it, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could stab through it now. You should be great on speed with this one.
Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Because we pulled it out.
Yeah, it's completely rolled out. -4, it's negative. So these are in the correct spots. These are not. So 7 and 1 should switch. Okay. And now this is why we have to do the comparison again. And this is actually quite an efficient way of doing this, but everything else requires a higher programming language.
But actually, if people who consider to do some programming, if they play this,
Oh, not enough stuff. Yeah, sure, not enough stuff. That's right.
if they play this and they are having fun with this, would you recommend to start programming, or is this not very representative?
If you're having fun with it and you're starting programming for fun, you should definitely go ahead and start programming based on this. So if you're having fun with this, you should start programming. Yeah, I think so. Because it's reasonable. You have a command set and you need to solve puzzles. Programming is all about that. Well, not if you're doing it in a company though. Programming starts to be very different if you're doing it for a company.
You have to make compromises a lot.
Well,
Do stuff you don't want to do.
well, everyone who solves a puzzle has kind of their unique flavor to the puzzle. And you have to find compromises between different unique flavors. And then there are puzzle solvers of different strength of puzzle solving. And they come up with solutions where you know the drawbacks to a solution. And now you have to, suddenly the programming job has become a communication job. Where you have to communicate why the other solution is better. And if it is not good enough to change anything, you actually shouldn't change anything. And then suddenly programming becomes a self-discipline in not changing something where you know it's bad. Because changing it also has a risk, and it's also risk management. But if you're programming for yourself and for fun, you should do it. Okay, another video.
Wow.
So the robots are taking over, I think. She's there all alone. This is the popular girl, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a popular girl.
And she's watching the sunrise. Is it a moonrise? Looks like her eye is about to twitch.
That's what
watching the moon.
It's very gloomy. Well,
Alright,
doesn't care.
he does not care.
Ooh!
It's actually an eye.
I'm watching that. It's a big, big robot.
It's a giant robot. She completely missed the giant robot. The city is surrounded by giant robots. The TV said it like in the last cutscene. And everyone's completely oblivious to it. Because no one has the time to investigate anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
Is this... I think this is more than the halfway point, right? If you look at it.
Wow.
So like these are like 12-ish puzzles. And then up here we have a 28, which is so these are actually 9 puzzles in this arm. 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you subtract the 9 from the 28, we end up at 17. So these were 17 puzzles. And this is 2 screens worth of puzzles. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's probably 17 puzzles up here.
End program.
Congratulations.
You have been taken over by the machine.
Yeah.
Right?
Storage floor, string storage floor, string reverse. If they want us to string reverse, we definitely need a buffer. Like the inbox and the outbox, these work like queues where you can push an element or pop an element. And the outbox we only push elements into it. From the inbox we pop elements.
Yep.
If they want us to reverse a string, I want a stack.
Oh well.
Inventory report, where's Carol, vowel incinerator, alphabetizer, digit explorer, prime factory. Oh my god. Actually, prime numbers was one of the first programs I wrote.
Wow.
I did it in elementary school. Commodore 64. I wrote a program that calculates prime numbers.
Whoa, that should be easy then.
Yeah, it's really easy as long as you're being inefficient. If you do it efficiently, it's really, really hard. But
well, first we just want to solve it, and after that, maybe in the second round, we will see about the
efficiency. And there
optimization.
was a prize a couple of years ago where someone came up with a really neat trick to calculate prime numbers. So I would have to look for that article if you really want to get into that. Recoordinator and sorting floor. End program, congratulations. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm enjoying the time here. Really, really, really. This is a great game. So I strongly recommend that you, dear viewer, pick this up.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah. Tomorrow Corporation is the name. Steam is the store platform which I recommend, so you could just put in Human Resource Machine and you'll get this game. It's basically free.
Yeah.
It's not actually free, but like it literally costs nothing. And by literally, I mean not literally. Right?
How much is it though?
It's something I forgot, but I
Under 10
remember
euros?
definitely below 10 euros.
Oh, okay.
And for all intents and purposes, euros could be dollars. So it's also under $10. It's somewhere in the vicinity of a Big Mac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
All right.
Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and if you did, give us a like, subscribe to the channel to see even more videos. We will be starting some new games soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like in a Let's Look at forum. So we just spend like an episode looking at it and just kind of passing it by you to see if you like it, to see if we like it, and just to get to know more games. Get to know your game. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.